I want us to listen to some remarks William Ruto made a few years ago, for the remarks are going to inform the basis of our analysis now that, as the president, Ruto is threatening not to obey court orders. Listen to Ruto a few years ago.
Every public official must know that the Jubilee administration is a democratically elected government on the basis of the rule of law. The Constitution is not a book, it is the law. Court orders are not pieces of paper, it is the law. And therefore, we want every public servant to understand that the basis of our democracy and the basis of our nationhood is the respect for the rule of law. The slide to anarchy and confusion and impunity and dictatorship starts when we do not respect the rule of law. Every public servant will be held personally accountable if they do not respect the rule of law. There is nowhere in the Jubilee administration, the president, myself as deputy president, or any part of this government does not believe in not respecting the rule of law.
That was William Ruto a few years ago, and listening to him is making it very clear that court orders are not just pieces of paper, they should be obeyed. And it's the responsibility of each and every public servant to obey court orders, failure to which you will be held personally liable. I agree with William Ruto, and listening to him, that was a sober leader speaking. About 2 days ago, Ruto was saying the judges are very corrupt and that he will not be obeying court orders. So you are seeing a William Ruto who has made a U-turn on what he said a few years ago. That only goes on to prove William Ruto is not a politician of integrity. He is not a leader who is accountable. He fails the test on leadership and integrity, and that's why I still maintain that this man is not fit holding a public office. His continued stay as the president is bringing this country serious shame. He's coming out very clearly as a lying president, and is lying with impunity. He keeps on changing goalposts, making U-turns with impunity. He does not care at all what he said yesterday or what he's saying today. And what he's saying today, tomorrow, he will be saying a completely different thing. So this is a man who is not just fit holding a public office. And I still maintain Parliament should impeach William Ruto. Failure to which Kenyans should take to the streets, should demonstrate demanding the resignation of William Samoei Ruto. The Constitution gives Kenyans that right. Before we dig deep, let's listen to this group of Western Kenyan leaders.
Jana mmesikia rais akisema yeye maneno ya koti hataki kusikia. Sasa sisi wananchi wa chini, wakati serikali inakufinya tutaenda wapi? Tulikuwa tunaenda kotini. Lakini sasa mheshimiwa rais, kwa heshima na taadhima zote, mheshimiwa, kiburi imeingia kidogo. Kwanza kusema ati sasa koti pia hataki. Huko bunge, hata huyu ndugu yangu Makali anajua, Mheshimiwa Ruto amecapture bunge Iko wabunge waoga wakisikia jina yake wanatetemeka. Analeta bills vile anataka. Sasa bunge iko under capture. Tulikuwa tumebaki na institution moja, na mimi nataka kuwatuma ndugu zangu mko hapo Kenya Kwanza. Sisi si ati tunapinga rais, hapana, lakini ajiheshimu yeye mwenyewe kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya.
Aende wapi?
That's the way to go. Members of parliament, all elected leaders, should now not sit pretty watching William Ruto mutilate our constitution, because Ruto is very nostalgic of the KANU dark days. He admires how Moi had a total power. Moi could appoint chief justice and even judges. Ruto seems to be very nostalgic of those days. The annoying bit about it, Ruto wants to be a dictator who is not delivering, is not performing. In the 1 year and the 6 months he has been in power, this country has gone down economically. The economy is worse off than it was a year before William Ruto took power. So we are seeing a leader who is not performing, who is not delivering, but he wants to be a dictator. I think that's the most annoying bit about it. You are not fulfilling, but you want to dictate the people. Whether he will succeed or not, it's only time that will tell. But one thing for sure, William Ruto's political maneuvers will most definitely fail, because if you look at his rule is purely based on lies. He's using lies as a tool of rule. So as time goes by, Kenyans are going to come to terms with the reality that this is a man who is just taking them in circles. This is a man who cannot deliver and will not deliver. And those Kenyans who still have hopes, Kenyans who are still saying, let's give him time, will also now lose that hope and faith in him. And I believe that's the time William Ruto will come to know that dunia sio ya mtu. This is a public office. Being the president does not mean now you are the all-knowing person and all others are irrelevant. As time goes by, the situation is going to worsen. Kenyans are going to come to terms with the reality that Ruto will not deliver. And that's when William Ruto will start seeing serious protests, serious demonstrations against him. And I strongly believe that even the army cannot stop an idea that its time has come. And from the look of things, the time is coming. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Ruto's remarks a few years ago and his remarks 2 days ago confirms this a liar, a man who has not stand on anything, a man who keeps on changing goalposts, and that cannot be a good leader. Kenyans should find a way of looking for a good leader. This one is not a good leader. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.